Morning, guys. How's it going? Let's get the on this stuff off. Go. How's it going, everybody? Open up. Oh man. Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, unfortunately, I have an appointment now. Hey, don't worry about it, Philip. Thank you for stopping by, sir. And morning, Ballard. Morning, Litany. Morning to all three of you guys. Oh, sorry for bouncing so quick yesterday. Just family stuff popped up, and I didn't have the luxury to find someone to host, so I apologize for that. But that is the family life sometimes. And now what is that back there? Swear to God, every goddamn camera always a little different. Never win. I can never win, ever. But no matter what, get them to absolutely be like the death of me. Oh. Should have just had every one of them separate and kept. Okay, cool. Oh. Okay, so where did we leave off with coding? I hope you guys are having a good morning, Ballard and Litany, and good luck with your stuff, Mr. Philip. Oh, let me move my tea over. Whoop. Let's see, where did we leave off coding? I think we were working on getting the biome set up right. So we were working on getting an underground biome set up so that when we actually run the code we're trying to do, that it will generate different tiles for anything that's underground versus anything that's above ground. I did not want any lines as life's nest. Boop. No thanks. Okay. Let's open. Let's run and see where we left off, and let's actually get Rider set up again. I haven't played with it like as you. Oh my goodness! As you guys saw, mostly on the weekend we just did gtarp. Well, we did game stuff on Sunday. Well, we did game stuff with the kids on Saturday. We did game stuff with them on Sunday. We did some gtarp in the morning yesterday. Okay, there we go. It runs, and can we go to? Okay, so right now both biomes are the same. Oh, we were debugging. We're debugging that. Where? Yeah, we're trying to get it to run a different biome. So let's see what happens. What up, Pro? How you doing, sir? Hope you had a good weekend, a good Sunday. You're ready to get back to your Monday and all that fun stuff. Up. Okay, so why are they? Let's get Rider open so we can see what in the world's going on. Underground biome. Yes. We're not loading a prefab, right? We're generating. Yeah, we're generating, so all stuff we've generated. And it should be based on world. Yeah, there we go. The world object. Yes, we should be able to figure out how to, for quick iteration, just disable first layer being created, the surface being created, so we can like quickly iterate over, the second. Because I think we had to suddenly stop on Saturday because we had to do training and that couldn't be streamed, so kind of just got stuck in the middle of that. I apologize for. I like to keep a consistent schedule, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I know I'm like a baby face now. Everything's gone. I'm all naked. We have this here. This is gonna stop. Shouldn't generate a first train at all. Should be able to easily see by turning off like air. So it generated a train. Weird. I'm gonna blow my nose 1 second. I'm back. Oh, let me check one thing while I'm here too. Still running a something for work. Okay, cool. Okay, put note in there. Also, free cash. What's your deal, mister? Mr. Bill! Oh, I had really bad sleep yesterday, last night. It was like a... Oh. Yeah. It's a fun last night. Why did that code actually block train from being created? Being created wrong by the The one way, instead of doing it this way, is we could say we have Z levels to create on generate, right? And we start at 0. But we could say, we could also put in game manager. We have game manager set to have the concept of like starting at surface. So we could change that to say, you know, it says current Z levels on generate, and we could say that if the first Z level that we create would be 0, but we could also, for this case, default it to 1 and say create 1 on start, and that should let us start and have it only create the -1 Z level. We could say Z level start, which, and we could just say, you know, the default should be 0, Z level start, which level is the start level on generate. Default to 0. Then we would come in here, and then everything changes. And this is where everything changed, chat. So current level across the whole fucking site would become this other variable, because I think we use it in the same way every time. So let's open this all up down here. 19 references to 3 references to the way we do it here, and this would become level start. That would become that. We don't do that funkiness, if I recall correctly. Level. Well, yeah, they can default to 0 for sure. Change that later. We don't care if they get generated. Like what we're doing right now is just a test. I mean, it's more than a test, but yeah. Now we have to look for levels and generate. Find it. That one. Let's look for this. Only a couple instances. Okay. All the dots here were gonna be wonky. We'll see. Now that we're setting it to -1, we should only generate one thing a train, but we should be able to quickly see it. I think. And it should start by saying -1. There should only be a -1 object, right? You motherfucker, I told you only make one and you're making two. So what in the goddamn motherfucker are you having issues with, buddy? What are you doing, buddy? Buddy. Buddy. Setting for a game manager. Oh, we're probably calling set Z level defaulting to 0 for something, right? Yeah, a couple spots here. Okay. Let us pray. So this would be this guy. Wrong too. Oh, oops. Let's see now. Let's recompile. Let's see what happens. Yeah, today's totally a need early caffeine day. I didn't sleep a ton, so I'm gonna be like dragging ass if I don't caffeinate myself. You. Goodness. Let us see. Will it be one level? Maybe? One level? One level? Hmm. So it's saying one. Nothing said 0, but it did still make an empty object game 0. I don't know why. Where do we instantiate the prefabs for them? The prefabs are called, where are they? Where do we mess with these guys? Yeah, that's all. We only do that if it's a prefab start. This isn't. This is a generate start. I equals start. For I is less than levels in generate, which is 1. Oh, fuck me. So it's starting as -1, and then it's adding, so that's what's happening. God damn it. Because this is -1. May load. Where's the pen? Epic pen I need to load up. To talk it out for myself. This is actually levels on start, which is, or level start, which is going to be -1. Let me change to yellow. -1 here for this. And one thing I figured out yesterday when I like stopped the stream to do the talk was I could just mute the desktop audio for you guys. If I mute the desktop audio and the mic, then you don't hear anything. So I can do that next time. Then you can just see me and not hear anything. So I don't have to like cut the stream like a fucking amateur. And then this would be levels will generate, which is 1. So it's saying, oh, -1, I is less than, -1 is less than, -1 is less than 1, which is true. And then add it, which will go from -1 to 0, which we don't want to do. So we need to change that logic a little bit to be aesthetic. Which it's important to figure that out anyway, because if we ever want to do anything, we're just like, we're only making subterranean levels. Like, you never go to the surface. You know, just keeping options open like that. But maybe we have to, yeah, figure something else out, I guess. It wouldn't be super dry, but we could do something like if the level, if this is equal to 1, if we're only generating 1 level, only don't bother with a loop, you know? Kind of gross, but let's try it and see if it works. There might be a better way to do it, and if you can think of a better way, feel free to tell me. If games equals 1, then we'll just do this shit once, which I don't like that it's like that. I don't know. Yeah. Grody. Can you show the game? Hi, I am new to all. Good morning. Yeah, I can show you the, well, we're going to show the current state in just a second. We're in the middle of testing something, so it's not a great spot to show it right now. As we're testing. But it's actually going to error when we try to start it now, since we're working on it. Yeah, we're going to have, yeah, well, I'll show it to you in a second. We got to finish this code right now, so you'll just have to be a little patient. No worries. You'll see it in a minute or two once we finish this bug. So we need to make this code. If you go look at my Twitter or Instagram, you can see screenshots of the game and everything. But it looks, if you've seen RimWorld, you know what it looks like. So you can see for yourself in just a second. Hope you're having a good morning, by the way. Thanks for stopping by. For right now, just fuck it. We're just gonna duplicate code because it's fucking grody. Grody to the max. Just at least for this case to through it. And then there's not an I, so this one would be level start. Oh, there. Let's see if that should resolve some of the weirdness, but we're still gonna see other weirdness with the fact that we're starting with -1 instead of with 0. That error. 126. Board manager. $726 the board manager. Where are you? Tile map. Master Z level. Net defaults to that's coming from 638 on board, right? Setup scene gets called. Scene gets called there. Probably need that same gross code in here. Oh, so we're doing that other stuff. Build. Right, we don't need any of this shit right now. Oh, it's game manager. That's why I'm like, I don't see where it is. Well, you're looking at the wrong file, dum-dum. That's why. You're looking at the wrong file, dummy. We need that same logic here as we have in board manager then. Duplicate the code for. I think you need to start from level 0 as the bottom level and have only positive levels. Well, we're gonna have. So that's what makes it So someone suggested, and I agree with now in hindsight, that we should start from the bottom and work our way up. So the bottom will be like minus whatever depth we allow, and then work our way up, so we don't have to deal with this nonsense. And I think that's the right answer long term. But short term, I just want to get a level subterranean biomes figured out. But yeah, we are gonna have to, and let's make sure I think we have it written down, but let's make sure for 100% we have it written down. Where is it? Water shader here. So let's make sure it's on the Trello too. But yeah, it's a good idea to start just from the very bottom. You're right about that. I think, let's see. Yeah, we're done with drafting and that works, so that's totally done. Draw. Because it was Yeti that put it in, so... Actually, can I search here? I know it's public. No. Yeah, more details of the map, including during transition. Yeah, this is what we have. Do that. The more, because it'll rebuild like the whole history of the map as well as refactoring it to do it that way. So yeah, let's just finish with this hard coding grossness. That's just doing the for loop where it's making the tile grid, right? Okay. That's where the current level gets called. Damn it, what a fucking gross, okay. This is super gross. Maybe we add in the start from the bottom here now, I guess. But that doesn't, that's kind of tangential to what we're trying to do, which is to get the biome system working underground. So. Let's roll it back. We can leave that. Remove the game manager version. Yeah, it is kind of gross. I agree. But thank you for the help, bro. I appreciate it. It's like I totally agree with you, but that would be like a multi-hour detour from what we're trying to do right now. And then it would kind of annoy me. It would be aggravating to do that, you know? Like, I want to solve this first problem first. Yeah, I think code break when levels are negative numbers opposed to where positive because of... Yeah, that's true. I'm thinking we could go back to just the more janky solution we had, which was just that if line. If we just skip it, yeah, I think this might have been a more better approach to just making sure we don't show that if this is 0, skip this level. We could do the same thing down here for create tile map in board manager. Map. Just up here, if it's 0, skip this for testing. That should get us just one prefab instantiated. I guess you'll still see though. Actually, no, we got to do something in game manager as well here, because this is where it creates those other levels as well. So we would do what if I is equals 0, continue. We're just skipping that for now, because I want to be able to quickly iterate and just tweak the biome code so we can actually see it be created properly. Because we were on the right track when we left. We saw when we were digging with the biome creation numbers, it would work right. Okay, good. Now we only have a level -1, which is good. If something breaking, which is not great, but get there. Great tile map 728. Given key was not present in the dictionary. Why was there not a -1 key created in the dictionary? Game manager. Oh, because we're doing the start level bullshit here. So yeah, we have to change that back to 0 in game manager. We set that back to 0. Then it should work, right? The levels generate 2. That should work, right? I think. Man, I don't know if you guys were here yesterday, but Yeti came with like an epic, like almost 100-person raid. It was fucking crazy. Yeti is such a beast. Appreciate it. It was super nice. Always like, what do you? I need to make better sounds for like when people raid too, because I want to show a better level of appreciation when people do nice stuff like that. Okay. That made level 1. I just did something wrong, didn't I? What did I do wrong? Two. Level 0. Doesn't start. Yeah. Let's open up source code as well. We can get a commit in here real quick. It's been a little bit. Working on underground biome creation. Raw key is not found. One manager create tile map. Here. Oh, because we didn't actually make the Z level, so yeah, we can do it in this one as well. The jank we're putting around everywhere. Janky hacks we're gonna forget. And why isn't this working? Oh, we left this bullshit in here. I should, yeah. We should have that everywhere for where we have this stuff. They don't want us to forget it, you know? We can at least search the comments, the to-do comments later for it. Board manager build ground. It should never have fucking got here. Board manager 653. Level start with 0, so it should be 0. If 0, which it is, continue. This should never be getting called if it's 0. Oh, but it's checking current level. It's not actually getting fucking incremented. Okay. Same for these guys. So this will have to do the same over here. There's the third spot we have right there. Better do it there too. Okay. We weren't incrementing the current level down when we were just skipping out of the loop, so it was just looping over the same shit and just being like, I don't understand what the fuck's going on here. And I was like, I don't understand what the fuck's going on here either. Being weird. Level 0. It's -1. This grid got created with 1. That should be in totally in game manager's. It's awake. It's awake. So it actually logs a little bit more so we see what's going on there. Actually, the awake we moved it to, right? I think. Awake is here. Debug in here. Need some debug. There we go. Manager awake. Gates. It's creating the prefabs, right? This is creating the dictionaries for the levels. The level dictionaries. Create level dictionary. And it's creating the grid template. So it's create for level. Grid for level, current level. Should work. Give us the debug that we'd like. We won't get it. We shouldn't get a notice for 0. We should get one for -1. It's saying the grid. It's naming it I. Naming it I. Should be naming it current level. Current level. Not I. Because I is, that's why it's saying 1 when it should be -1. But the other ones, yeah, the other ones are current levels. The other ones are right. We just had missed one little typo there. That's right. It's creating it for level 1, correct? Ground, and then it's fooked here. Board manager build edge. We actually need, I don't think we, yeah, I guess we need edges on all the levels, huh? And you're being called from the current Z level, so you're doing board manager build ground. Edges, where's build? Build current ground and set up scene. Set up scene's right here. Bring the tile map. We're building ground. Okay, so we're putting that there. Edges. Going in to build ground first. Acid the zeta ball, which is it's coming from setup. Like the setup scene real quick just to see. Setup scene to the ground. Ring 0. Thing's calling current level, so it's fine. So it's calling -1. Build ground would be -1. Comes through here, -1, -1. Yes, yes, yes. 1,000 times yes. Defaulting to underground for everything, unless the Z level's 0, and then it resets it to ground. Fine. Then it's getting to build edges. Setting the tile block on the right, so it's setting it on the Z level. Oh, build. Okay, it's defaulting to 0 because we're not fucking passing in the fucking duh. Here we really need to pass in the Z level. Our bad. Little bit of an oversight there. My bad, sir. See. That worked, creating the kind of the same set now. Let's see if we see build. So it got through build ground now because we're actually getting build ground passed with a fucking thing properly now. Well, then we should see build edge, right? Well, we won't necessarily see build edge, but we won't see it actually dying now. This is the latest error. Selector update. Wonder, did I just click somewhere too little too early? Let's see. If I click something that caused it to have an issue, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Woo, zoom tight. Selector update. That's just part of its update, right? So it's calling that layer 8 on the game level, current Z level. Let's add a little debug here then. Make the greatest war movie ever. Game manager.log level, right? Log level notice. Okay, cool. Then this will be selector. And we can say current Z level, right? That's what we care about. That guy. At least we'll get like a output right before it dies while it's doing that. Because I'm guessing, well, it seems like the current sea level is not being updated. So that might be a gap in our logic when we're iterating through things. It's still set to current sea level 0. Okay. So where are we updating current sea level? Update it somewhere as part of this initialization process. We update it by calling image or set Z level. Yeah, we're not incrementing it anywhere. Let's see. Well, we are, but where are we doing it at? We're doing it in all the wrong places, I would bet. Gee, I guess we could look and see where we're calling Z level, right? Like set Z level should be where we'd increment that. The camera level does that, but I'm gonna sneeze again. 1 sec. Whew. Good old. Old thingamabobbers. All wonkified. Like we have some weird electrical issues in the house that like cause these panels to reset a little bit. Because yeah, we have like tons of weird shit going on with the electricalness. So we're setting it here. Where's this at? Is this at the end of set up scene loop? Okay. Oh, so it's setting the active level to the surface. Okay. That's where we're getting boned on then. Okay. So at the end of this, just for giggles, while we're testing, we'll say the default is -1. I think we're good to go other than just this weird break at the end. We'll revert this code at the end. Still running. Just want to make sure it didn't lock up. Actually, there's one other spot. Wait, let me see where's the other spot we fuck with this too. Is that the only spot we do it? Okay. No, there's 2 spots. 778 as well. And that's at the end of tile map. Why the fuck are we doing it there? We'll see. We'll see. It'll either work or won't, so we'll see. We'll see. Then we can quickly iterate over. So far, so good. We have to remove that fucking debug immediately. It's a little chatty, a little bit of a chatty Cathy. I don't even want it to just be set that way. I don't want it to be called if we don't need it to be called. Generating the world. wonder if that's because I clicked something. Let me also make board manager. This gets run at the end of create tile map. The other part we changed was 724 board manager. Which we're doing this at the end of the whole section. Setup tile map gets create tile map gets called here. So we should even, yeah, we shouldn't call it in two places. Just call it at the very end. Rerun and see. And we added that second call too because we were seeing weird shit anyway. We couldn't figure out what it was. And in hindsight, it was probably that bug where we had to change to use current level instead of using the index level. That's probably what the issue was. So instead of fixing it, we just did some gross hack around it. Didn't know you were streaming. I got some strange Visual Studio bug. Hey, morning, Zach. How are you feeling, man? Hope you had a good weekend. What's your Visual Studio bug? I don't know if I can help you, but I can certainly rubber duck for you. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, you're the one that cares. I said still Fukaki. Won't spawn colonists. Colonists are just like, we only spawn on the surface, motherfucker. Yeah, they're like, no, we only spawn on the surface. Only spawn on the surface. It's like, oh, go Fukaki yourselves. No. Just set it to not spawn any fucking colonists this morning. Instead of doing this, let's just set it to spawn 0 in the right system, and then we don't have to worry about dicking with it, right? Every time I type, it does an auto tab 7 times. It's very annoying. I tried to what? Every time I type comma, every line I type does an auto tab 7 times. Is it some keyboard issue? Is it doing it in any other program? Is it just Visual Studio? Like you do, like you hit enter and then it automatically starts with 7 tabs indented? That sounds like a code formatting style thing you'd set up. Visual Studio. And Google doesn't have a answer? Maybe this guy? Morning, Brainoid. How you doing, sir? Hello. And morning, Zach. I don't remember if I said hello to you. I said hi to you, but I don't know if you hit the magic my daughter said. Oh, God. My disembodied body is off of the top of the fucking line. Oh, what a fucking amateur. Sorry. The worst. Maybe that one will work. For y'all. For you. Okay. We're going to set minimum colonists to be 0. Minimum should be 0, maximum should be 0. And then this has always had an issue, so I'm just going to check and see. Because it wasn't working right. It's like, if minimum 0, like, there should be no goddamn we should just do that right here. Like, if it's fucking 0, don't fucking spawn anybody. If max is 0. Like, I don't even know why it's fucking spawning on to begin with. Like, object count. Random range, minimum, maximum. Then it was if 0 is less than or... Oh, because I'm doing if 0 is less than or equal to it, so we'll just fucking have it dip out. If maximum is fucking 0. And be like, peace. Peace, dog. We're not gonna do that shit. Should be good. Because then we can just turn colonists off for this test. Because we don't really want them on right now. What did you do about Z-layers? We are only like an hour in right now. So what we're doing, what happened was, where we left off on Saturday was we're trying to get the biome creation working for underground. Like we saw that it was actually doing things, like it was doing stuff. I don't know if it's the right stuff, but we saw it doing things because we, instead of seeing underground tiles that we were hard coding, we were seeing top ground tiles. So we have to iterate over the biome settings we have. But to do that, I want to make sure we get the system done where we can just say skip the first level and just start generating on the underground layer, so we can just quickly see that. Once we get that done, then we can just iterate over like tweaking the biome values for underground, so it will show us what we like. And then once that's done, yeah, then we just iterate over that and go from there. But we're still, the concern I had, like I said on Saturday, was I'm concerned we're gonna run into a whole heap of issues with like the Pathfinder and everything, getting it to work properly. So we might punt this down the road. But the first thing I would at least like to do is get the underground biomes being created right, which isn't a major thing. It isn't going to be refactoring like every system like it will be for the Pathfinder and everything else. So we're going to get this done, so it at least will generate an underground terrain if you want it. And then if it turns out to be a giant pain in the ass for like the Pathfinder and stuff, we'll move that to after we get a build out to you guys, and then go back to something else that we need to do before we can get a build to you guys. That makes sense. There's gotta be something stupid going on, Zach. Like is it just, have you tried it with like a brand new empty CS file or an empty code file and hit enter and it does it? Or is it, I'm just wondering if it's something based on the code you already have, or if a brand new file has the same system. Well, I mean, if you didn't have an update, then I would doubt there's a bug, you know? Like, if there was an update, like, sure, maybe they put some regression in. But if the software hasn't changed, like, if there wasn't an update, then it would be weird for it to just randomly fucking break, you know? I still don't understand how not rendering tile maps is affecting pathfinding. Well, we're not even there yet. We're not to that. We haven't even tested that yet. So, the way that I'm expecting the Pathfinder to fail in novel ways, because right now it only has concepts of just one. So let's draw. God damn it! I just want an empty fucking thing, for Christ's sakes. That's so much to ask. Just have an empty thing to draw shit in. Okay. So here's my concern, which we don't even know if it's going to be a thing yet. So that's why I'm just saying it's a concern. The way the Pathfinder works, we're not rendering them. We're doing your thing. I think it was you. We're doing the way of, we're making the sort order for the non-active tile maps. The sort order is just going to be -1, and the active is going to be 0. So that works. Seems like it works pretty fucking well. And like the colonists still move when they're set to 0. Like that works fine. My concern is when we're doing right now, the Pathfinder only has a concept of like one level. So you would say, I want to go from like 15 to like 300. And it like knows how to path along that tile map. But to go to like level -1, we're going to have to use similar to what we do for the door system, which is like, here's the ladder. And the ladder is a link between Z level 0 and Z level -1. 0, Z level -1. So we'll have to do the similar. And right now the Pathfinder, we have that data, but we didn't really set the Pathfinder to use it for rooms. If you remember, what we did for rooms was we just told the Pathfinder, hey, if you see a fucking door, just path through it. So we never wrote the code that would say, okay, Pathfinder, you're going from like 15 0 to like 300 -1. And then we're going to have it factor in that third layer. And that might be a giant pain in the ass. And if it is, then we'll just punt this till later. But if it's not, I'm just thinking through my head. I don't even know if they'll materialize. It's just, I'm just thinking of like the gotchas that are going to come and like fuck us. So that's all. I'm just kind of talking out loud about it. If that was a little bit more clear than what I said before. Put it on the Trello. We have it saved. Yeah, it was me. That's where. Yeah, no, that's totally working fine so far. Like we had examples where we just set everything to -1. Because at first, remember, first we were like, oh, we should do an offset. And I was like, oh yeah, but that was kind of like, the math for doing that was a fucking dick. And then we were like, well, let's just try setting it to -1 because we don't give a fuck what order it is in, as long as we are only showing the active level is 0. And it seems like it worked. Like I pathed the dude like all the way across the map and then switched levels, and you could see on the inspector, like he was still pathing and everything. So that was cool. And it was way better than what I was going down, so I really appreciate the help on that. Because my way of like setting shit inactive would have been ridiculous and retarded, so. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think there's got to be something that got weird on your one project, Zach, that made it bizarre. Like some settings override or something. At least you've narrowed it down. Hopefully it's something like, oh, I did this one thing and that's why it's being fucking stupid. Okay. Back to reality, born and raised on a playground where I spend most of my days. I don't remember what we were doing. Okay, let's rerun it and see where we left off. All I do is type. Hey, you know, I say the same thing, and then I remember computers only do what we tell them to. We must have told it to do something. We might not remember what we told it, but hey, it's cool. I believe you, but I also believe there's something that we did that made it wonky. Unless there's an update. If there's an update, like, all bets are off. Hey, fuck to the yes. It worked. Yeah, cool. And so, what is this goddamn map right now? This is all... So it's like a giant underground lake. So we need to... We've got mountains on the edge here. And as you see here, this is water. So this is all like mountain and underground lake. So we need to tweak this a little bit. But at least now we can quickly iterate over this. So awesome. Let's get a screeny of our first attempt at this. Our first attempt. First underground attempt. Land. Water. Our first underground biome attempt. Needs work. It is one file doing it. Nice. I'm glad it's one file. Once you figure out what it is, it'll be a ha ha ha, I can't believe da 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 thing. Okay, cool. So now let's go and tweak the biome settings a little bit for underground, because it's being a little judicious. So we had, if moisture is above 0, put a lake there. So that might be a little much. A little much. So let's try 0.25 and generate and see what we get. Because we want it to be mostly, like, I'm okay with underground lakes, which is like, whatever. But we might actually turn that down. But now we know this is working, which is nice. Good start. And then we'll need to make a ladder so that we can go in between levels. So I was just thinking, like, Brainoid, the reason that made me think about pausing it is just all the different complexity of, like, you know, how we're gonna do like you're at a map here, and like this edge here is just a sloping hill or something that goes down to another level. Like how we're gonna track, like this is level 0, this is level -1, like whether it's that or if it's a ladder. Like it was kind of intimidating. So it's like, oh fuck, this might be like a giant pain in the ass. So we might want to kick it. Because I'd like to start getting builds out to you guys so you can give me feedback. And if we have to do this where it's going to take like weeks and weeks to figure it out, like the fucking worker system, I'd rather just skip it and like add it later and get you guys something in your hand to get me feedback on like, this is cool, let's do this or let's do that. Get some gameplay ideas from you guys. It's a little more. So we went from 0.25 and you see there's a little bit more there now. Maybe we just turn off lakes for this underground biome for now. Like make it only a moisture value above 1. 1's like the maximum. Above 0.99 or something. What do we get? We say should have solved. It's something we could solve in an empty project if we get back to it. Yeah, for sure. Okay, that's cool. Well, that's all underground, which is good. That's what we wanted. We just want like everything to be rock for the most part. So no lakes there. Cool. Well, that's good though that it's actually giving us what we want. And then if we want to add in some pockets of empty mountain, what would we do for that? Well, that would just be, it wouldn't hit anything. And then it would default to just having ground there. It wouldn't paint a tile over it. So let's see. Yeah, so we could do that in an empty project, you're right. If you write multiple locks, it automatically thinks it needs to add more tabs. Not sure why it thinks that. It does not. It doesn't follow the inner brackets. Probably a VS bug. Cool. See, teamwork makes the dream work. We figured it out. Nice job, Chad. Okay. So we'll need something else too, because this is just below height. Like everything's going to be below that height. So if we add or some of the other biomes up here. Have ideal moisture, ideal rockiness, and brick is none versus mountain, so we could do that too. Open. None, right? Of low heights. And then we can add a second thing of like rockiness. Mountain value below 0.5. Let's do below 0.5. What we get then? Oh, I wrote the question and answered it on your Discord. Oh no, you can. I have Discord muted when I'm streaming, so don't worry about it. It didn't alert or anything, so no worries. But yeah, always feel free to ask questions on Discord too. I'll totally look at them if I'm around after or whatnot. So that's cool. And yeah, feel free if I'm streaming to come in and check it out. So no worries. I don't mind helping at all. Teamwork makes the dream work. Realsy reels. Okay, so it's still the same thing, all mountain. Okay. Oh, this is weighted higher though. Like that. Or no, 10. If we weight this. No worries, Mr. Zachtronics. Zachtronics. Yeah, I see your name every time I think Zachtronics all the time. It's awesome. And if you were Zachtronics, that would be fucking amazing. Now we're just going to iterate through and find something like 100% rock is fine, but I'd like to get some balance of like some non-rock caves, you know? Could say below 5 and see what difference would be there. No, say Collider. To make sure it's saved. Same thing, all. Just for giggles to make sure it's working right. To make sure we have no assumptions. Let's change underground to none. And then we should all see just like empty ground tiles. Instead of rock. Or actually, are we just seeing underground? Let's see. Are we just seeing underground tiles? Ah, sorry. Didn't mean for that to be so loud for you guys. I apologize. It was a mistake. It was an oversight. Oh, actually, I'm stupid. This is all just underground tiles. This is what the underground tile looks like. It's not painting mountains on it, so I'm being a diggity dum dum dum. Diggity dum 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 da dum. Okay. That'll become underground again. And put back. Height 10. Low height 1. Let's see. Biome here, mountains. Low height 2. Yeah, we haven't seeded this biome in any way to let us know what the level is. How do we know the height? Where do we get the height from with my biome stuff? Let's. Where's map generator? Okay, there. Do I actually use this code at all? Might not. This might have been an old thing we did. Height. Where are we referencing height at? Or it just might be the math we're passing in for the fuzziness. We can see it's just doing, let's see. We're above height, which is doing my bid. The math F. And it's just doing Perlin noise on that, right? Right there. We're passing the bid. What is Y? Like it's sent in here. Y is the position on the Y-axis, okay. Is that the Z level? I was thinking? Because this originally came from 3D level, you know, it came from a 3D base. Which would be why it was being wonkified every time. You know? Because if the Y is supposed to be the height, then this would really mean we could convert this to the Z once we change things to actually be properly leveled. World index. What do we do with world index? Nothing? A world index is actually... World index is the index of the level. So that's where it's calling... That's where we're calling what the actual, like, world from the biomes is. The world, which is what we're speaking on right now. But we could convert this to be a vector 3 that it has the Z level we're trying to work on now. Because at a time this was probably a vector 3 before. Would be my guess. Look at noise values. Now, if it's a tree creator. Probably the Z level. But we should probably convert this. Well, let's go back to get brick and buy them. We reference height only in brick layer. Brick layer comes from bid. Bid comes from, let's find its usages. Like only one place. It only comes from brick from biome. Get brick comes from here. Okay. We're passing in the Y. Where's the Y getting used for this get brick? Bid. Brick layer bid. Around here. There, where are you? Oh, right there in front of me. Dum-dum. You dummy. Okay, let's put them together so we can get back through quickly. We're passing in the Y here. What are we doing anything with it? Y minus attribute threshold. Okay. This will totally change everything though, which is fine. Passing in that is an int. Getting passed in as Y. Really can be a Z for all intents and purposes. Let's make a commit before we dick with this though. So we can quickly iterate if we need to. Out to convert the... Because yeah, so the history of this biome system was it started as a 3D Minecraft clone, and then I took it into 2D war games, and then that converted it down. Let's actually see, we need about to convert this to use a 3D levels. Yeah, so let's actually take a quick little jaunt back through the Minecraft clone, if we can find it. It should be somewhere in my box. If not, I have it in Git, and then we can see the code that we use there specifically, and you know, because we're going to be on a 3D. I think that Y would be a Z. I just want to make sure before I go down, you know, the rabbit hole for that. So let's take a look. Find zombie Minecraft or zombie. It was called zombie Zombiecraft. Let's see. There it is, Zombiecraft. So let's add this project. This might not even run because it's like, this shit is old. It's gonna be like, what are you talking about, sir? So. Sit down here already? Or at Zombiecraft. I can't see through you. 4 years ago. Hey, move. I can't see. You fucking... Yeah, well, go fuck yourself. I just don't... Motherfucker? But what version? Motherfucker. 5.4, I think it said? So this was a 5.4 project. Bro. Missing editor 5.4. Well, let me fucking do stuff without that button, you fucking asshole. Fuck. This will be... Before we do that, let's just open the code in Writer real quick. Can end up breaking a ton of shit, so. Because this is way old, like 5 years back, so a substantial amount of stuff is going to be different. Here, go to zombie. I opened it in 2016, so it's only 4 years out of date, you know? Before that, it was 2014. So we'll look at the same bid system here. Player. Punk generation. Oh, bringing me back, man. It's bringing me back. Brick type is in here. Making a Minecraft clone. Yeah, this is fucking a jaunt down memory lane. We want to compare. Yeah, we're passing in theoretical byte of a three thing. So what are we doing here for get theoretical byte? Now we're just doing a vector 2 with an offset. Yeah, we could be... What are you fucking airing for? Shit bags? Or did it open the wrong thing? Or it has no concept of maybe. Yeah, it just has no concept of this Unity engine because it's so old. Okay. Yeah, get theoretical byte used to be vector 3 pos, so we'll convert this back to vector 3 pos. Where we started, we have returned to, so. To it. Nothing got super fucked on this. Weird, I expected something to be like, that don't work no more, sucker. everything that calls it. Oh, we're starting to see some errors. Good. I was like, why is nothing airing? I don't understand. What's going on here? Vector 2, X, Y, Z. So this will be X, Y, and Z will be current level, right? Or, yeah, Z would be current level. This is generation, right? Generation, so it would be Z level. Yeah. What? Are you gonna be pissy because it's you need to be afloat? Like, I need to be afloat. I need to be afloat, mister. You're fine. Float. Oh, well. Vector 3? Yeah. Oh, my bad, boss. Okay, cool. So this should, in theory, do a brick based on a 3D layer now. In theory. And this would say, then we would say, then the height is going to become in Git brick. This Y is going to become Z. So let's find Git brick in ZombieCraft's code. I would say position Y still. I don't know fucking why. But still calling position Y floor to pause. Why? Oh, unless Y is... Unless Y at the time was like the up and down level. So, but in our case, we'd want to do Z, I think. Because the X and Y in our game is like, whatever, Z should be the height. So yeah, we'll pass in Z. We'll refactor this to be Z. Internally. Now Z, sir. What? Whatever you're doing, do not touch any of that shit, please. Jesus. That'd be super mega double plus on good. Nice. This becomes... The bid goes in a Z, so we have to change the bid too then. Bid. Bid is here in bricklayer. This needs to become a Z as well. Go fuck yourself and that again, please. We're passing the Z level here, passing in this same value into here, into the bid, and the brick at Z, and then this should be, when we're doing height now, it'll be like, oh, cool. But for instance, let's talk it through. We pass through, we're getting passed through a Z level of -1. Just underground hex now. Happens. In this case. Like this stuff, whatever, but for condition A, it would say above height. So if we're gonna say below height, so we'll say below height. We'll trigger the below height thing. Cool. A is a 2. And the threshold we put was below 5, right? Below 5. Oh, the map's gonna be totally different now because yeah, we did so many dumb things. Okay. So this would say below 5, and we should be, and I'll say the threshold is gonna be -5. Erase this so it looks. So it's gonna say 5. We're saying below height. How do we do for above height? We do z minus the threshold. Okay, so it'll be 5 minus -1 divided by 5. So it'll be 2. The middle will be 2. So this will be 5 minus -1. 5 minus -1 minus 1. The 5 minus -1 would still be. So it would still be. I was just making sure it wasn't like, well, wouldn't my. I fucking hate math. So it would be 4, right? 5 minus -1. So it'd be 4 divided by 5. Would be the, if that's the case, the math would be 4 divided by 5, which would return 0.8. So then the answer to this, that would be 4 divided by 5 equals 8. Then math min gives you what? Let's make sure we get it right just for giggles. Be thorough. Mathf.min. Let's see. I've been bitten before by not reading the fucking documentation, so. Return the smallest of 2 or more values. Okay, cool. So we would have 0.8, so it would return 0.8. So it'd say below height would be 0.8, and we put as the condition as 5. So this should work now, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Let us pray. Pray to the spaghetti monster. Salvation. Okay, so interesting things should happen, nonetheless. So this should be based on the Z level now. So it'd say below height 1. We're gonna have lots of interesting. I'd expect to see, since this is weighted higher, what I expect to see, which we saw before, is we're just gonna see empty tiles. But then as we change this, expect to be able to tune it a little bit better. But yeah, we may think that's a little change, but that's like a major fucking change where it was just using the y-axis to paint where mountains were, which is why we were just seeing mountains on the very first left side, because we're just going by like the z-axis, like that wall is where the mountains were. It was fucking dumb. We're still seeing that for the weight. So if we go back, turn this off, go back to the world database. For right now, let's just get rid of this fucker, underground open, and then just say below height should show us underground. Because this is the ground. This is underground. Like it's saying paint the fucking tile underground. Duh. So if we did this, made this to granite, I'd expect to see it all be granite, because we should be below 1 because we're -1, and it should come back as 0.8. My calculations are correct. We'll see. Tell me about the bid process, sir. What's the bid, sir? And I'll put that, but that would be like fucking brutal, because that's like 90,000 lines. So it would. I think it's being poopy butt. Poopy butt, poopy butt. It's whatever a poopy butt does. Let's get rid of that now. Let's just have the water where we were before. We can say below height 5, it should all be water. So I'd expect to see nothing but water. Just at least make sure this is somehow working. Which it should be, because we saw it earlier, but just for giggles. I'd like to see it working now that we're in the sense of we've got the the old code there working. Myself a little much in the background, so let's see if that. Nope, it's still fucked. Fucked, frankly. Process is just like, fuck you. I'm not doing nothing, sucker. Giggles. Also, let's go change. Uncomment all the fucking code we did earlier to stop creation of the first level. Really? Just so we can do another, because the first terrain level should totally be different now. Like we've totally changed the algorithm, so I'd expect to see it to be different in interesting way. Because we're now working on a 3D plane, so it's care about the levels again. Which is funny, the code is made a complete from where we back to its roots, you know. You guys together, you guys are like brothers from another mother. You gotta hang out with each other. Let each other know you love each other. Which is why you guys maybe think I'm corny whenever I say I'm like I love you guys, but like don't not tell people you love them, so important. You never know when you're never gonna get another chance to tell people often, so that they don't have to guess. I love you guys. You guys are super helpful. Like you wouldn't I probably wouldn't be working this game anymore if it wasn't for you guys to keep me motivated, so greatly appreciate. Dues have saved me once again. I want to see the first terrain level of the terrain. This should get us 2 levels again. So it'll take a little bit longer, but I'd expect the first level to be but if we get up there and there's just terrain ground, then we know we've like caused some sort of issues. Some sort of issues, aka it might be a little broken, it's totally fucked, you know, could be anything. Any one of those things. Play and see where we are. I'm really sorry for, hold on, let me scroll back up and see what his fucking name was. I'm new to draw. I'm really sorry that you asked like a goddamn hour ago to see the map, and I'm like, it'll just be a minute, and it hasn't been a minute. I'm really sorry about that. Normally I'm a lot more attentive to that stuff. He's probably long gone, but in case you're still here, I apologize for like totally just, you know, normally when I say something, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass. I expect it to be a quick like, oh, well, this will be a quick thing and whatever. Sometimes. World. Lots of smoke. No, not that much. I try not to anyway. I try to be super straightforward and honest at all times. That's just how I roll. Boop, 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 boop. Fuck you, Java. Learn that yourself. Exactly. Like, oh, yeah. Ugh. You know, Java. Ugh. I don't know. I should give another try. Like, it's been 20 years. I think I could probably take another stab at it. But that's part of the brutal honesty. Like, my other job, they called me Brutally Honest Bill when I was at GoDaddy. Because I would say shit like that. And I would forget to, like... It was before I was a leader, so I was, I didn't realize that, you know, just saying shit like that could be not the most... There's more tactful ways to say things, so... It's still sucky. It's been 20 years. It still sucks. Yeah, I gotta cut that out, though. I don't want it to be like a visceral, like religious-y thing where it's like, no, fuck that. It was just my visceral reaction from when I tried it before. I was like, oh, fuck that. That language is, like, annoying as fuck. But it's been 20 years. I should probably give another shot. Never know. Okay. Why the fuck are we fucking up again now? You motherfucker. Current level. Hey, you should be generating all that shit again. Which we're generate, which we are. Level start would be 0. Let me make sure. I might have left that in a fucked up state. Level to start is 0. Levels to generate is 2. This will be 0. Less than levels to generate 2. And then it would iterate 1, and it'll drop the current level. Using current level for everything. So made. There's the 0 and the -1 there. Clear tile train map. Sea level. It's getting passed into build ground. Set up scene in board manager. Yonder. Build ground current level. These should be fine. If it's 0, use ground. If it's not, use underground tiles. Totally awesome. And that gets set in this fucker here, create tile map grid, right? We've got that uncommented out too. Oh, see, I had a fucking little fuck you right there left. That's what I had. I had a little fuck you, a little fucking fuck you that I wasn't searching for. Oopsie. That's why I hate like doing one little offsetting fucking mess like that, because you can get into like a fucked up state. But it'll save us time. Saving us time is important. Especially if we're going to be iterating over like the biome shit for a long time. I'm totally resisting the urge to like over-engineer it, you know? Okay, you know, didn't see that coming. Okay, so there's the top terrain. And you know, it still looks pretty similar to what we expect from before. Then we go down. Just where set code isn't actually, it's changing the ground. Not setting all these fuckers to have a different sea level, it looks like. We like look at these guys, there should be sorting order in layers -1, and your order in layers 0. Of the wall layer here. They're -1. Where are you? Why do I still see you? Why do I still see you, Mr. Fuckface? You should be behind. Oh, because there's no other fucking walls in front of it. That's why it's fucking... Yeah, it's like, okay. There's nothing painted in front of it, so it's behind things, but since there's nothing in front of it, it's still, you still fucking see it. So that is something to consider. That's something to consider then. Then we might have to go back to what we'd originally thought, which was move this fucker to like -1. That didn't even change it either. -10, it moved some of the stuff out. You see some of those things disappear. Oh, actually, we can see it here. But let's see if we actually see it in the fucking game, right? Lock the camera. If we set this to like -1. But we might have to change the Z level of the fucking shit too. What up, crow nuts? Okay. We might also have to move the Z level. Motherfucker. Let's make sure we write that down. We can not lose sight of that. Stuff. Need to move the Z level for this. To either move the Z level or something. Move Z level. The Z, because I don't want to say Z level. I don't want to confuse what terminology I've been using. The Z, the transform. We need to move the Z in the transform, so we don't render shit we don't want to. No. Oh man, I lost the thing. Oh well. What up, Celcopa? Good morning. We're working on adding multiple layers for like mining, so we're doing that right now. Finding a couple little interesting like bugs as we go through it. So in set Z level, when we change the order in position, we also need to change the Z level of the transform of the grid. Then that should resolve it. It shouldn't cause anything wonky to happen other than not be rendered. Like everything should still work in theory. How much in learning Java and how much we hate it, at least. Java's all right I just was being a little salty. Everyone can be salty sometimes. Everybody hurts sometimes, and it could be like, you know, Java makes me hurt in my heart. But game manager, set Z level. Boop. Yonder. How are you doing this morning, Celcopa? How was your weekend? Do anything fun? Time up sword order, yes. And then where are we gonna go from? We're gonna go from 0. It'll just go between 0 and -10. Okay. That's fine. This will be private or set tile grid. The tile grid. The transform. Nothing fancy, lots of sleep. Sleep is good. Morning, Huck. Okay, we'll pass in the grid object. Yeah, same thing. Game object. Good game object. then int for the sort order. We might not need to do that, but we'll see. And sort order -1. Okay. Yeah, so we need to do that so we can move it back and forth. So we would say geo.transform. Oh, I need to make a new transform, right? Yeah. Vector 3. New transform. Transform equals transform. Then we can do transform that position. Yeah. Then we can say new transform dot z equals sort order. We'll call that z level instead, actually. Z pause. We'll call it z pause because I don't want to call it z level because that would the nomenclature would get fucked up. So sort order dot z pause. Then transform equals new transform. Or transform dot position equals the new transform. So that should move the things around properly. Move the grid objects around. Move the grid objects around. Yeah, move the grid objects around on their z-axis, on the transform's z position. Oh, Weekend's good. Bitcoin halving in 10 hours and about to make some pancakes. Nice, that's awesome, Huck. Morning, Dr. Java. How are you? How was your weekend? What's the good word? How's the night game working on it? Are you still working on it? Did you backburner it, which means you'll never work on it again? Which I hope isn't the case, because I would really like to see that, come to fruition. I'd like to see the fruits of your labor and see something cool. I've been working my daytime job. Even on the weekend? I mean, I guess if your daytime job involves helping make Charmin 19 go away, then I guess that's probably more important than the video game. But it's important to make sure you work on side stuff so that you don't let your work, consume your fucking whole life. It's important to keep that balance. Or else you'll be less effective anyway. You have a PhD, what do I fucking know? I'm just a bozo with no college education. Okay. But I can do hard things. We're gonna add in here, moving down the sets. Grid Z transform, and we're gonna pass in the dot value, because that'll be the object I'm gonna pass. Sort order when we're going to here is gonna be 0. And for this one, it's gonna be -10. That should get it out of the camera's draw distance. If we fix that, then we'll go back to what we were doing before. Project ends in 2 weeks, so crunch time. Kind of lost track of that, even on weekends. Yeah. Oh, so you're doing other stuff then, not Charmin 19 stuff. Cool. Well, yeah. Crunch time is important for when deadlines are deadlines, and they're called deadlines for a reason. Oh, it is Charmin 19. Nice. Cool. Well, I think, why are you even working on it? I thought we just, I'm not allowed to work for free. But money's money. Yeah, having money is important. Well, what do you even need to do work for? I thought we could just inject ourselves with bleach and shit, and then it'll cure the Charmin, right? Isn't that how that works? That's what I'm being told by, the leadership of my country, There's the deadline, then there's the deadline. Yeah. I don't miss that about big corporations where it's like, it's called a deadline for a reason. It's like, fuck you and your fucking threats. Threatening people is a great way to keep your team motivated, you fucking cocksuckers. Treat people with respect. There's a difference between like, hey guys, we have this deadline to hit, and if we don't hit it, we're out of fucking business, versus like, then it's you're all in this together thing, instead of like, you're just being like a pointy-haired boss that's like, you guys aren't working hard enough, you suck. It's like, dude, things happen, like, don't be a fucking shitbird. It's not. Is it actually moving this fucker? Oh, it doesn't seem to be. Let's see. It is. Oh, it is moving it. But I see everything here because this is the inspector. But if I go here, it's actually gone. Okay. This guy's on a 2D plane, so I don't see it. But it's in terms of the game. Okay. Cool. So as long as the player doesn't see it, that's going to be confusing for sure, though. But you can do hard things. Do yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, I would hate to say something like people that are dumb and believe that shit should totally inject themselves with bleach. Because I know there would be some dumb friend of mine that would do that shit, and then I'd be sad. Like, why are you so dumb to do dumb things? What the fuck's wrong with you? Oh, anyway. I don't want to be so ranty. Goodness. But that's awesome. I appreciate your work and effort. You know, that's really cool. Your name won't be in a history book anywhere, but it's people that do the hard work that, you know, the person's name in the history books is like, a lot of times there's a team behind it in a lot of cases, so those people don't get the recognition, but I appreciate it. And you know you're doing good work, so that's really what matters. A lot of work you have to just do without hoping for recognition from people. Darwin, let's go. Let's roll, Darwin. It's more like, hey, we'd like it done this week and we can force another week out of it, but that's when it starts getting tricky. Yeah, I know. I mean, there's money impacts with stuff, especially with like your game dev stuff. And with stuff when I was at GoDaddy, it was like they had to look good for their quarterly stuff because we were trying to go public, so there's a lot of that there. But the way they came about it wasn't doing like it was always come across as like them versus us as far as the people doing our team's doing the work, instead of like, hey, we're in this together. Here's like the real, with the startup now, like we have all the choices we make. Like all of us know all of the implications of everything we do. We know there's like financial impacts to delays we do, and like that could mean the company goes under. So it's like we have these, we're all in this together and we're a team, you know. And I think even with a larger company that could be the case too. You know, if you have good leadership, they let you know like, hey, here's, you know, you think we're being assholes by giving this date, but here's what all goes into this. Like there's funding, there's all these other things, there's these conferences that matter, like the ability to pay you guys your bonuses, the ability to keep you guys employed, like depends on this. So I know it's a lot of stress. So anything that comes up, and it's a two-way street, right? So like when we're doing the work and we hit things that change those timelines, instead of trying to like rush it through and not like raise a red flag, like there might be this delay. Like as soon as we see that there could be potentially delay, we let the management layer know so that they're aware and put it on the roadmap so they can think about like contingencies and how to work around it. It's just like the whole, like, there has to be trust. If you're in a high trust environment, it's easier to do that. But if you're in a low trust environment, it's like these fuckers are delaying time, and the other side's like, these fuckers are just trying to push us for time. And it's like, you know, that's sucky when there's like a lack of trust. It really makes life hard for everybody involved. Hey, morning, new duck. I'm sorry I didn't see you to say hi sooner. After 2 months of fighting the ignorance and the disease itself, Darwin, let's go. We say at work, you look like you know what bleach tastes like. That's funny. You look like you know what bleach tastes like. We have at least one. You look like your mom gives money to televangelists. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Like oh yeah. Oh. We are working on a game that you can't really see here at the moment, but it's a game that's RimWorld. If you've played RimWorld, the UI will be very familiar to you. But it's going to have the depth of Dwarf Fortress on some of its storytelling elements. We're working on the multiple Z levels now, so you're actually able to mine, which you can't do in RimWorld, which always made me very sad. And then it's in a Firefly-esque universe. Oh, what project did you start, New Duck? Your mom looks like she gives money to televangelists. It's fucking savage. Your mom needs to be saved by Jesus. I prefer the spaghetti monster, though. Okay. Cool. This is fucking weird, but at least we have it disappearing, which is more important. Yeah. Yeah. Bleach plus ammonia. Yeah, lots of household chemicals can make a lot of nasty stuff. You know, if people were smart enough to do that. My dad, when I was a kid, my dad got me a chemistry set when I was a kid. It was so fucking cool. I made some interesting, gnarly stuff. Just fun. He got me that, and he also got me like an electrical set where you like, it was just like basically like an old school breadboard with like all the little springs and you'd wire things up. And it was really fun. Like it was really, 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 really neat. Like, I loved those kind of things. It's a bummer my son doesn't really like those things. He's smart enough to like them, but he's just in the he likes video games phase. He's just yeah, he's super smart, so it's like a bummer that he doesn't really have the passion for it, but I can't make him, you know, it's his life, so I can't make him, I'm not going to make him be passionate about it. Like, my dad was never pushy with me. I'm not going to be pushy with him. If he wants to be a fucking person that doesn't care about stuff, like, whatever. Like, I can try as much as I can, but I mean, he's only 9, but you know, it's his life. Like, at this point, I was on computers all the time writing code, and I'm trying to get him on computers, like, to write code, and he's just resisting it. I didn't write code on purpose. I liked it. I thought it was fun, and I'm not going to push him to do it, but. And it's not like, oh, I wish he'd follow my footsteps. It's like, you're smart and he has an interest in it, but he has more interest in watching YouTube videos and playing Terraria and Roblox and stuff, which is fine. I'll let him be a kid if he wants to be a kid, you know? I watched the Games Done Quick done yesterday. Oh, what was it? Sand falling, particle dust, fizzlation sim. That sounds awesome, New Duck. I love those kind of like open-ended simulation things. Like, those are really neat. Like, I guess a good term for them I heard was coding adventures. I kind of like coding adventures every once in a while. Watch the TED Talk on Noita. While I disinfected our old shed with chlorine gas. Nice. I was infected with flies. But yeah, I love science stuff. That'd be cool. Yeah, I remember accidentally almost starting the chlorine glass thing once when I was younger. And then quickly like, oh fuck. Like, I was totally like, just a split second, I just started pouring. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm gonna kill myself. It was good times. It was super duper fun. Like, all it takes is one couple minute lapse in thought and you're fucking severely injured. Is it cool if I share a link? Of course, New Duck, go for it. Oh, Game Developer Conference. I thought you meant Games Done Quick, or GDQ. That I said GDQ. Letters matter, Biscuit, just in case you didn't know. Yeah. Yeah, mix it together and you're making bad things. Yeah, I know. I'd be surprised this happened more either. A falling sand type simulator. The sand is falling so good, man. I love this sand. This sand is the shit. I don't see anything, so I'm being a smarty pants. Oh, you have to click. Okay. Pull the button down. Okay, I gotta stop or it's gonna make me fucking... I'm gonna just do this for fucking ever. This is really neat. Oh, yeah. Pile up, my pretty. I'd expect it to pile up more. But maybe because it's touching it, it's not actually spawning anything. Is my guess. It's only... If there's already sand there, it's not spawning, so I have to go up a little bit. And then it'll do it that way. Oh no, it looks like it's... Is it actually raising? Oh. Why do I think sand? Whatever. Oh, because it's called Sandbox. Nice, that's really cool. Oh, right click to change material. Yeah, on my screen it's 2K, so that might be it. No, it's really cool. Like, it's really, 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 really neat. I really like it. I actually should bookmark it so I can play with it again later. I'm gonna make a folder called shit I'm never gonna look at again. I'm just kidding. I'll look. I probably won't. I probably won't ever look at it again. But I really, when I'm doing it right now, I really have an intention of looking at it again. But it's not gonna happen. But I at least have it on my bookmarks for the day that I want to. Sand duck. Sand duck. From New Duck. Duck new. Words in my head. What up, Philip? Welcome back, Mr. High-Powered Businessman. Okay. So now we can go back to generating. Okay. The world didn't actually really change much, did it? With just changing that Z level. It didn't really make a big difference the way things are. Above height 2. And it's not going to be above height 2 because now we're at 0. So that might have to change a little bit. Maybe even remove the above height at all. Above height 0. Or above height -1. Let's see what that does. And then mountain 2 is going to be above mountain value and above height. And that would be above height 1. Let's see what that does. At least for the first level. That's not bad for a couple hours work, dude. That's really fucking cool. Thank you for sharing it. I appreciate it. Well, I drove through the whole country, but I didn't realize... I drove through the whole country, but I did not realize I didn't have to. Okay? Question mark? Trying to think of a good UI. If you're doing... Well, it's 2D. Like, Dear I Am GUI is good. I Am Draw seems to be pretty good. That I've heard. Nothing here changed. We're in Generate, right? Just making sure. We're on Generate. There should be new stuff every time. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, design perspective. Yeah, I'm not the right guy to talk to about design perspective. Like, I'm kind of a moron, so designing is not my bailiwick. Hey, so what's the breakdown? Do you have like actual clients for your new business now? Like from Facebook? And what about the government stuff? Are they giving you like a loan? And feel free to not answer if you don't care about it, but they're going to give you like a loan to start your business up and stuff? Like, that's really fucking cool, man. Probably make a drop down to select material. Yeah, if there was some indication of what to do, that would be cool. Because I didn't know you could right click. And, you know, you got to deal with like dummies like me if you want people to know how to do stuff. Okay. Why didn't that actually change anything? Above height -1 above black value. Above blob value. Why is it above blob value? Well, this is none. This will make nothing. Well, we don't need the none case, right? Like, I don't think we'd need a none case. Let me screenshot this because this is a scriptable object, so it can totally be fucking deleted now. Actually, I could do a git commit of this. Yeah, let me commit the scriptable object in git real quick. We don't lose any of the history of this. But, before we start fucking up the world scriptable object. Now I have to go get some forms done for that, but I'm more or less really starting though through it. But the question is, do I really need that? I mean, if it's not like predatory lending and they can give you a loan that'll help you have at least cash in the bank, worst case, to pay yourself. Like if you don't come up with your own clients, like it seemed like a good safety net to have. And if you go down like a couple months down the road and you have a ton of fucking clients on your own, then just pay the loan back and cancel out. You know, I would hate for you though to hit a rough patch, because it's like running your own thing is going to be like feast or famine, and then you hit some rough patch and then you have to go under, you know, which would be no fun. And he's actually in Germany, Salcopa, so his government actually does support him instead of being a giant pile of fucking turd salad like our federal government currently. Turd salad. I'm not wise. I want, you should put your best foot forward, you know, like I'd hate for you to like, if they're willing to give you a loan and you can just bank it and just not touch it. But you know, like if you're like, I'm going to put this money in the bank and I'm going to spend it no matter what, then maybe, yeah, maybe don't do it. But if you can put it aside and just like forget it exists and use it in an emergency, and then 6 months on the road reevaluate your situation, then maybe you're going to be okay, you know? Just think, what the fuck did I just do? No. I hit the wrong key. Scary Terry. We're having no goddamn effect on anything. Okay, like, is anything happening above mountain value 1? So this is what's tripping it up, I guess, the whole time. Above height 2. This will never happen because there's nothing above height 2, right? So if we remove the height from the equation, what do we get? My project is open source too. Oh, nice. JavaScript justice. Where did the goddamn fucking scene go? Thank you. Feel free to link it up if you want, New Doc. That's fine. The source code to it. I'll link to it. So a minute of EU4, and then I start working. And I guess a minute of EU4. You're so full of shit. That's not. There's no minutes of EU4. You know that. Don't lie to yourself. Like, there's gonna be 17 hours of EU4. Once you hit that fucking button, it's gonna be like, oh, just one more turn, just one more year. We can do this. And before you know it, you're like fucking coming back days later, like, sorry guys, I was playing EU4 for like the last 4 days. Now I'm being evicted because I a crackhead. You lost me in JavaScript though, because like JavaScript, ugh, not a fan. I mean, I do it at work, but I'm totally not a fan of it for sure. It's not that I'm not a fan, it's just, it fucks with my head. So it's really neat and we use it and it powers all of our stuff, which is awesome for sure. But it's really powerful, and that's more of me being like I'm a dummy, which is like a different thing of what I said about Java, you know. So I've used it and it's super powerful. It's just hard to wrap my head around with the asynchronous stuff. This fucking map is not changing a goddamn lick or anything, right? Like, above mountain value 5, below mountain value. Below 7 is this one. So this should be below 5 because that logic is fucked. And then you'd be above 0.4, right? What up, Yeti? How you? Oh, the hard emote is in. Awesome. Dude, thank you so much, fucking Yeti, for the raid yesterday. That was fucking epic, man. I ended up having to like ditch really quick, which I felt really bad about, but the whole family was like fucking fighting. My wife was pissed off that I was streaming on Mother's Day and the kids were fucking fighting, and it was just, I had to go. But I really appreciate the raid. That was fucking awesome. I feel bad that it was such like a boring time too, because we were just testing things out. But as we get, once we start adding like civilians in, it'll actually be a lot more drama, because you'll actually have a lot more interaction with people like pretty much constantly, and then it's a lot more fun to watch, because then it's like a soap opera. Literally nothing is fucking changing. But thank you so much for the raid. That was really awesome. I really appreciate it. Hopefully one day, like I tried, like Wednesday is I guess the early days are the only times I'd be able to like actually raid you with anyone. But when I do, I will totally do it. I look forward to repaying that one day, as much as I can, because I'm weird like that, and I keep track of that stuff in my head because I'm a fucking weirdo. I know you don't have to, but I do, because I'm weird. Okay. Mountains for Kill Pond. This isn't changing at all, which is really weird. Above mountain value 1, below mountain value 5. So those should be exclusive. Let me take a screening of it and just fucking remove it for now. Oh, this is brick. I'm a fucking moron. Well, I'm a fucking moron, but it's also, this would be a different brick now. But it's still not changing the mountain brick values, which is interesting, you know? Drew says someone asked him to teach Java and he escaped through the back door. Hey, there's nothing wrong with the back doors. Some people only like the back doors, so, you know, why don't you keep your negativity to yourself, Mr. Zach? Yeah, I can't teach Java for yeah, I cannot. Okay, so that actually is working a little bit. Cool, so there we can see where the granite is in like the deeper parts of the mountains. Cool. Good. Okay. So instead of working on mining, we're working on the biome system right now, it sounds like. It seems like. But we do see the granite being painted in there, which is good. So we're re-familiarizing ourselves with the biome setup. Oh man, I cannot wait to do... Oh, I don't even have it yet. I'll have to... Let me close chat and reopen it. Oh, the NSA only likes the back door. I have an NSA shirt, which was one of my favorites. It says, you know, the NSA is the only part of the federal government that actually listens. Iris told me he likes Java. I said, you aren't friends anymore. Doesn't even matter. Fuck you. Learn Java alone. Sometimes I'm just trying to be funny. I might come off like I'm being super serial all the time, but sometimes I try to have a sense of humor. I know, super fucking weird, like the most unfunny guy in the world, but sometimes I have my moments. Sometimes. Sometimes I have my moments where I'm funny. Sometimes I'm just a stupid Cheeto, you know. Oh, I didn't change anything, moron. You just kind of hit the same button again. As a user, I hate Java. I can't imagine how annoying it is for programmers. It's probably what you just said times like a fucking million, Yeti. I can't think of like... I think the people that I worked with at Chewy that were Java programmers, that were like good human beings that like Java, I feel like they were abducted by a government program to be taught to like this. Because other than the fact that they like Java, they're very normal, well-adjusted people. Without like major mental illness as far as I can tell. And yeah, that's the only thing I think. They've been either that or aliens. Aliens fucking abducted them and planted a I love Java bug up their ass. And that's why. So, that's the only plausible explanation. In my opinion. So above mountain value. Okay, let's see what mountain value is coming through with this fucking doobie doober doober. Mountain value. Mountain value, where are you? You motherfucking sack of poo. Someone told me they love PHP and I was like, you know, I could see liking PHP. Like it's actually, it gets a bad rap, I think. But any code can be written shittily and any code can be written well. Same thing with Cold Fusion. Like people can talk shit about Cold Fusion, but I actually like it. I think it's a good language. And if you don't like it, you know, whatever, I don't care. If you're trying to make me feel bad because I like it, you know, go fuck yourself. You're an asshole. Unless you're teasing, of course. But yeah, I mean, and I'm teasing about Java. Like, you know, people can like it. I'm just being a smarty petardy trying to wind up Zach, you know, get him mad and getting them all like burning down people's houses. Unsubbed. Oh God. There's so much better than Java. Why people love it, I don't understand. It could be the thing where like they're the people that love fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It could be like they've not been exposed to other things. It's like I went to Java and it's all I know. And it's like, well, you just like food and everything else, like you have to expose yourself to see what you really like. So trying, like I'd love to try like Haskell or R one day because I'd probably like them a lot, even though they're super like mind fucky because they're just, you know, everything's got to be through a side effect. But they sound super fucking cool, you know? But maybe they never use another. Yeah, just what you're saying, Yeti. Like, yeah, I should have read what you said before. I just repeated what you said verbatim without reading it. It's like, great minds think alike. It's like you're my brother from another mother. Except, our mother liked you and she let you good and she tried to strangle me in the crib. She did not like me as much as she liked you. Because I don't have the sweet, like, Tones of Yeti. What's going on? I can't even do it. I can't even do my Yeti impression when you're here. It's too fucking nerve-wracking. My brain's like, no, you can't do it. Yeti's here. But when I'm not here, I do the hello, what's going on? I see Weethy. How's it going? What's going on? I can't do it. I sound like a fucking swarmy idiot when I do it that way, but when you're not around, I do a pretty good impression. People can love dog shit, apparently. Well, that's true. People can love dog shit. You know, some people eat dog shit if you know, talk to the Germans here, you know. Have a little bit of weird things, you know. They're a little weird sometimes. Takes a lot of fruit to make fruit cup. So where is the mountain value coming from? So mountain value gets passed in as fucking a float when we bid. Fuck. what the fuck is this song? It's called Smart Face. Okay, let's start Smart Face over. Something about this song calls to me. I very much like it. I know. What the fuck was that? I was like, I like it though. I like it. Tries to click drop down, water flows from the UI. Nice. Bid. Okay, where's bid come from again? Bid comes from biomes, right? Yeah. We're passing in mountain value. And mountain value is a float that that's the noise we're passing in, right? I think. We did that from get brick, and get brick it's called from fucking bricklayer, I think. No, get brick it's called from fucking board manager, I think. Brick. Yeah, get brick. You fucking idiot. You fucking dummy. You changed it to be a vector 3, but you're still passing in the fucking Y, you fucking wanker. Ugh. I'm the worst. Fucking moron. Fucking dumb, stupid sack of garbage. Okay, now we should see things be different. Because it's actually caring about the sea level again. Haha. I made all the drop-down values also drop-downs instead of drop-down options. Nice. Classic new duck. Always fucking up. Hopefully you're one of the JavaScript people that's not an asshole. In my experience, I've had a preponderance of Node people, greater than 50% are total fucking shit burglars and assholes. Okay, so we did make a change and some things are different now. I don't know if you can tell. It's a subtle difference. Hey Kira, how you doing? Good morning. Hello. How are you feeling? Did you have a good weekend? We got a sweet new emote, which is fucking awesome. I'm not a duck. I'm an asshole, not a duck. I'm a duck, not an asshole. My bad. Now my only issue is that when you click the drop down, it works. Nice. I'm glad that you're feeling good and better and awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Go fuck yourself. But that's actually going there. And then here it's -1, so it's showing water like we wanted. Okay, cool. Cool. But this is okay, so we're still back to like where the mountain value comes from, which I think is a Perlin noise function. Oh, I'm doing good, thank you for asking. We spent the weekend, we spent Saturday working on Z levels for the maps a little bit, and then we played Terraria with my son, and we beat the Wall of Flesh. Well, we played Terraria on Saturday for a little bit, and we did some stuff in the dungeon. And then we played GT training, and then Sunday we did beat the Wall of Flesh with my son in Terraria, and then we played Minecraft with my daughter, and then we played GTA for a couple hours, GTA roleplay. I didn't write any code, but it was awesome. It was a really good break. How about you? Did you have a good Mother's Day weekend? Or Mother's Day? And it was pretty good. It was not bad. Thank you for asking. Get bricklayer, get theoretical brick. So mountain value is just going to be position, set 0, and scale of the mountains. So if we change this a little bit, what do we get? Because we want it to be a little bit more terrainy in certain cases. This should be orders of magnitude more interesting. No, actually, maybe it won't be orders of magnitude. This would be order of magnitude more interesting. So let's see what happens when we tweak that. Yeah, it's been so long since I've messed with this that it's all Greek to me. I had a friend that wrote both Java and JavaScript. He thought they were the same language. That's not possible. You're full of shit, Zach. Nobody would fucking think Java and JavaScript are the same language. They're totally... No, that's not true. You're totally lying out of your butt. Lying out of your butt. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Kira is awesome. She fucking gifted 20 subs, which unlocked the emote we have now, the love emote, and the freaking the high emote as well. So now I've got my high and my love for when I go to other channels. My love before I used my love, it was this love I'd always use, which is my buddy Honorby. So I will always be in your debt, Ms. Kira. I appreciate it. If I'm even saying your name right. I see it, it's probably not Kira. It's like, this fucking guy says my name wrong. What a fucking douchebag. But it's good times. See. I'm expecting to see more mountains. Hopefully. We'll see. I am saying it right. I'm the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down. He was the person who thought if you deleted the Windows 32 folder, it would make Windows 64-bit. What did he do with Java or JavaScript? Did he just make Hello World for both languages? Like that, I could see that being the type of thing. I don't have the heart to tell you. How do I fuck up Yeti? You say your name is Yeti. Yeti Spaghetti. It's Yeety? Oh, because you yeet on the seat. All the kids are eating these days, but I don't want to yuck his yum, so I'm not going to. Something interesting. Well. Fucking weird, right? Yeah, it's weird. Okay. Certainly different. Certainly different. Yeah, let's set it to just generate one fucking level right now so we can just not see that weird, like, two-tone bullshit that's happening. Please. Please and thank you. Please, please, Mr. Streamer Man. One at a time, one level at a time, please, please. What is this song? It makes me want to kill myself. Like, literally. It's so fucking, like, life is sad and life is bad. Go cut your wrists. Like, no, that song was, no. Way too fucking Debbie Downer for me in the morning. Fuck. I like uplifting music, not like think about every terrible thing that's ever happened to your life music. That's like good drinking by yourself music, but no thank you. Good lord. This isn't much better, to be honest. The old moon oat, yeah, the old bones. Shit. How the fuck that got into like the upbeat electronic category? That was not electronic music. Fuck. Anyway, I wasn't lying. I'm sure he didn't make that much. He tried to take apart a motherboard when he was still powered on. Dude, what the fuck? Like this? No, I don't. You need to help that person or cut that person out of your life, I think. Jeez, Louise. What is a Kevin? I don't know what a Kevin is. A really dumb person. It's a German thing. Okay. So it sounds like a total. Would that be like a Chad? Is like a Chad the dumb ones, or is you know, whatever the kids say? So yeah, what a Kevin. What a Karen. What's the man Karen? Never mind. Oh god. Okay. Gross. Let's set one level because I want to see the fucking map properly while we're futzing with things. I don't want this weird two-tone bullshit to be happening. Oh, because it's static. Okay. Levels will generate one. Yes. Level, right? We're good. Search for Kevin. The phrase "a Kevin" comes from a German comedian. You goddamn Kevin. But I would bet he didn't get far in life. Or maybe Austrian. Nice. What up? Dina? How's it going? Me indeed. I'm a Me6. Let me in. Or fuck, what is it? No, I'm a B6. Play with. No, fuck. What's the fucking word? I don't remember. I used to let him think he was smart. Well, then you're a shitty friend, though. I'd be like, dude, you're dumb. Buddy, you need to work extra hard. You're not... You gotta work extra hard. You have some areas you could totally improve on with the not being... Dude. Yeah, if my friend's like, unplug a motherboard, I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? That's the dumbest shit ever. What is wrong with you, buddy? Like, that is fucking dumb. Super dumb. What weird shit are we running into now? Delete everything on level 8. Does this case not work? It's fucking 1. Am I being stupid? Probably. Maybe. 1. It starts as start level 0. 0 is less than 1. Yes. That's all it should do. 1 loop. Setting the Z level. Where the fuck is that getting set to -1? Oh, this was the fucking testing we were doing. Haha. Haha. There we go. My bad. Gunner Kruging. I'm not touching anything in my PC without making sure there's no power. But yeah, he was dumb. He was a more rebel Ian, wouldn't listen to someone smart. I don't know. I mean, I think we all like might think we're smart, but we probably have areas where we're dumb at, so that doesn't mean we're not smart in some areas, but I don't think it's like a blanket, like we're smart. Like there's some shit I'm not smart on, but I'd like to think there's areas that I am smart on. Sure. I'd like to think of more of like I can critically think better than some people, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I fuck up on my critical thinking and I don't do it enough. I don't fucking think about it. I'll take someone's word for it instead of like thinking it through myself. It's not right in the head. He ended up cheating on a Cisco networking test, getting an A in the class, and then telling people he cheated. Yeah. I'm not a psychologist, so I can't explain the interestingness that the things they do in their head. Okay. So now we have 1 level, so we can actually just focus. This is wonky, for sure. Now let's iterate over making the train a little bit more interesting. Go away. Get you back to... Here. Or was it board manager? Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Value. Go back to what was there before. Because the blobbiness is what... So the mountain value plus the blobby value should be what we tweak. Because we want to make the mountains more blobby. We set this back to what was here originally, and we go into the manager and see. You're the type of dumb who forgets. You're the type of dumb who forgets to degauss the hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator before installing it. Totally that kind of dumb. Goats and the goats. I don't think anyone like kids these days would even when you say like, or when you'd say something like, oh, you need to degauss your monitor, and they're people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, the old CRT monitors had this thing where there's a button to degauss, because sometimes your fucking screen would get weird and you have to hit degauss and your screen would be like, and it would be good to go. Don't know any idea what technically it was actually doing other than probably degaussing something. But yeah, that's how I described when I took like Ambien for the first time, like what happened, because it was like sitting there and you're just cool, and then all of a sudden you're just like your brain gets degaussed and everything's all like fucking trippy and like looks like a monitor that's degaussing where it's like doing that. Yeah, I know how to build a computer. I've actually been dumb and I plugged in the wrong, like that's why it's like when you're talking about the guy being dumb, it's like I've done dumb things. I was so excited once when I built probably my first computer for myself from like start to scratch. Maybe not the first one, but it was the first one in a while, and I was excited. And I had a modular power supply, and I plugged like I don't know the specific voltage, but I plugged in the wrong voltage, like twice as much. Like it was a 24 rail versus a 12 volt rail. Whatever it was, I plugged in way too much to where it was supposed to be, and it fucking burned out the new board, the new fucking CPU, the RAM. I had to send all that back, and Newegg like replaced it, which was really awesome of them. They could have been like, "Fuck you, you broke it all." So to this day, I will try to always buy from them because that was a really cool thing that they did when they didn't have to. Or maybe they were just incompetent, I don't know. But I'll just chalk it up to they were trying to do the right thing. Okay, so let's tweak the blobbiness. The fucking blobbiness. Ideal rockiness. Ideal rockiness. Oh, then we should say the ideal rockiness. What if we make the ideal rockiness 1? Let's see what happens to the mountains. There's thermal paste. I once pulled a processor and there's thermal paste under it. Under the processor. What the fuck? Like in the what? That's fucking weird. Wow. Well, don't ruin my good impression of them. Yes, that was even... So ideal rockiness changed it a little bit, for sure. Not a ton. Pull the map object editor out, put it over here. Because I want to see the scene view. The map view doesn't really help in this situation much. Above mountain value 0.1. Then lobbiness. Top value 0. These are all inclusive, so that should make getting rid of the above value should make it a lot more mountainous, I would imagine. The thing I miss most about being in California is being able to go out to City of Industry to actually, you know, order, get stuff and get it the same day. That was always my biggest complaint with Newegg, is they ship shit so slow compared to like Amazon, where it's like I say next day and that shit's like 2 days, because it's like, oh, it takes us a day to like get the order. Unless you order it and you're like, I'll pick it up at the City of Industry warehouse, and then that shit's ready like the same day. That's like my biggest complaint about them, which I don't know if they've changed because it's been 5 years since I built a computer. So what was up with you, Kira? What'd you do for the weekend? Did you do anything fun? You like to develop an app? Betting it's painting many more tiles. Or I locked the editor up. One or the other. Good by either. I'm not seeing anything over here move, so. See you later, Philip. Have much success in your business ventures today, sir. Yeah, this is totally fucking... Seems like it's locked up. It is not doing... I haven't seen any of these numbers move. Now, sometimes you fly too close to the sun and you lock Unity up. We did have good stuff over the weekend, apparently. Like, I'd end up working last night a little bit. We found like 3 big bugs over the past couple days, so we're hoping to see our lead count jump a bunch this week, which would be fucking awesome for sure. Leave this layout for me. Blob value 0. Let's make one change at a time. So we're getting rid of the above mountain value 0.1. So this will say as long as it's below, this should be a totally mountainous map now. So let's see what we get. Hopefully we don't lock up the fucking editor again, which would be kind of lame. Probably the funniest thing I've ever seen happen with Unity was, this will start out good. I was working with a noob team one time and I was programming a Gatling gun. I'm a totally noob team, so whatever you're gonna say, I could totally do that. I am a dum-dum. The gun was working, I zoomed out and the gun was attached to a tank, which was attached to a spaceship. The models were downloaded for free. Okay. The gun was working. The gun was attached to a tank, which was attached to a spaceship. Nice. The spaceships with tanks. Space tanks. Dude, space tanks are awesome. Okay, so we need to kill Unity again, make sure we disable the loading screen so we can actually see if it's still painting or not. Because the editor has, in fact, totally fucking locked its little butt up. Spaceships with tanks, with gas. Sounds legit. I could see that. The world I want to live in. Space tank Gatling guns. Hey, everyone's got to learn somewhere. I was from that phase too, where I'd learn with free assets and everything. Just thinking about it's bringing me back to all the dumb shit I still do, probably, compared to people that are professional game developers. But Unity's taught me enough tricks in my workflow to always save shit when it's in a locking up mood. You don't have to redo your work all the time. My face was like, what the fuck? Space Gatling tank. They're called space tanks. It's a carrier, but the carrier, instead of launching spaceships, it launches space tanks. Sounds awesome. Go off. So get rid of the blob value. Let's just back to what we're doing and see what we get with this. We should see a loading screen, so we should see painting tiles. Works. It seals as it heals. Painting, okay. It's bigger. Bigger blobomatics. Now it should be doing the trees, right? Is it locking up on the trees for some reason? Locking up on the trees, maybe? Why would it be doing that? Set up scene. Calculate map from scratch. Bloop. theoretical blocks, and then it should be doing map generation complete. And we need the fuzzy. Where's all the fuzzy wuzzy shit? We should have the fuzzy creator. Oh, generate decorations. So we should see the fucking in here. Instead of map generations complete, it would be starting decorations. Where the fuck did... Okay. Putting decorations on level... Oh. Blue? Okay. Still fucked, right? Totally Fukakatron. Fukakatron! Yeah. Did you say Kakasan? I don't think so, but I don't remember what I said. I'm like, what is Kakasan? Carcassonne, dude. We should. I'll come to Germany and we'll play Carcassonne and Settlers of Catan. It'll be fun. I'll really enjoy it. I haven't played Settlers of Catan in like years. I would love to find like because the group I used to play with was like my old boss and his wife, and then they just fucking would fight like. Literally, his ex-wife was such a fucking... I don't even know the right term. She was... So I'll just say bitch. She was such a bitch that if he didn't help her win, she would make everyone else lose. And it was just like, okay, we're not coming over. Because they would just start fighting, and it's like, oh my god. And alcohol was a factor, for sure. My wife, Heather, my wife was just like, fuck that, I'm not going over there again. Those fuckers are crazy. You know, rich people problems. Literally rich people problems. They were rich. That's interesting that it's different terrain now. My family owns a lot of Settlers of Catan and I hate the game. I would have been better placement. I would have better placement than my sister and still lose by luck because she rolls 7s all nights. Hey, well that's what the board game is, right? Like just all RNG. That's kind of the fun of it, you know? That there's some random elements, which is no different than games, right? Like great games have, you know, RNG system in them as well. What the fuck? So it's just dying before it even gets to the goddamn... I must be missing something then. What is your damage, sir? Fun. Yeah, because sometimes you win, you know? That's the rules of the game. Well, it's not fun to you, but I found it to be fun. I mean, losing isn't fun, for sure, but like there's a good deal of times where I'd win and other people would win, and it wasn't always them. I mean, but yeah, his wife would always make sure he'd lose, which is, you know, interesting. If I set it back to above mountain value 1.1, save it. I wonder if it's the collider. I wonder if it's making so many colliders, it's Unhappy Panda. That could be it, because remember when we had the issue with the trees? It was making too many discontiguous pieces. Well, let's turn the colliders off and see if it's any better. Which, I don't even know if this works. But I guess we'll see in a second. Probably the colliders on the tile map. I have not played Dominion, I don't think. I bet it's the colliders. Nice. Well, it sounds like you like anything better than Catan, though. Sounds like fucking unplugging a motherboard while it's powered on is still more fun to you than Catan. Okay, so I don't think that collider thing is actually doing anything. But I think we know, I think we can, from our experience, we know that the tile maps with a vast amount of colliders can have kind of an issue. So I think that is what's going on, which is why I wanted to upgrade to Unity 2021 to try to work around that bug. And I don't think the code is actually, I don't think the collider part of the map object database is actually working. Let's see. Let us see. Map object database. Map object database for. Oh, not map object. World. World, you fucking moron. World, you moron. World name, biome. Where's that collider coming from? Oh, bricklayers. Okay. Bricklayer has colliders then. I don't think this is being used at all. I would bet this is not being used. So yeah, we're just saying if you're on the wall, you get a collider. Yeah, if the wall gets a collider by default. I'm just thinking. Actually, I think in the map object database we have collider set, right? That we actually use, or maybe we don't. I guess we don't actually do anything with this then. I guess we just count the layer. If it's layer 2, then we fucking show collider. Let's turn that off then while we test. I'd like to be able to fucking make a map that looks good without fucking breaking Unity's. That's one thing about the old system. It like worked. It fucking worked properly with colliders and instead of Unity's jankiness. But I digress. Got this. Okay. So we do the colliders. Manager. Collider. At the tile. Oh, dummy, it's part of the prefab, you idiot. Why you're not seeing, like, why don't I see it? I don't understand. Because you've made a prefab. Actually, it's going off the empty template. So if we open an empty template, prefab, we will set, here's where it has the composite collider. So we're going to turn off use by collider temporarily. And we're going to have all sorts of fucked up things, but this should keep it from locking up. I hope. I pray to the spaghetti monster. Let us see. Yeah. Well, they're broken. They like broken in like an interesting way too, where it's like with the tile map at least, it doesn't. I spoke too soon. Like that was the only thing that I could think that was changing the code to just all of a sudden lock up. Let's look at. Yeah. On and out. We changed the Z, which we know that works. Added some debugging there. Then we did that. Set the level right. And manager. Set it to one level and generate. So there's nothing really crazy there. Off the collider pass. Okay. Well, we are going to kill this again. My favorite thing about Unity too is just like figuring out what fucked up, what weird things happening now that doesn't make sense why it's happening. And then when you figure out, it's like, oh, that makes sense, but it's like never like intuitive. Like, why the fuck is this piece of shit always not locking up now when I did something else? When it's not like I'm adding some infinite loop, but you change one little thing and it's like your mom got scared and she's moving you to your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. You whistle for a cab and then it came here and the license plates were fresh and there were dice in the mirror. If anything, you knew that this cab was rare. Let's turn off the decorations shit now. Generate decorations. Were used here. But it's not even getting here, so this is why it's not even getting to this point, because we don't see anything. We didn't see anything in the log suggesting that it's doing that. So good times. There's got to be something in here that's fucking us up, right? Like, doesn't make sense. Let's check the wall layer. Prefab. Sure. Just fucking remove the collider altogether. Actually, we can leave this as composite, and then we can just comment out the collider. Oh, it should be copacetic. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here. Hey, thank you for the follow, C. Quero. Welcome to the Biscuit Brigade, as said by my 6-year-old.
Welcome to the Biscuit Brigade.
She's also the one that does all the cool, like, art. Like the new one, the heart, she did. Ooh, null ref. Nice. I like it. Well, I better wrote null ref anyway. Then. Oh, because I was clicking shit. That's why it was all fucked up. That's why I put the loading screen, because that was in a weird state, you know, at start. What the fuck is going on? Unity. Ugh. Why do you hate me? It's like it doesn't even get to... It gets to ground built. And it doesn't even get to anywhere else. Okay, well, let's reset the fucking scriptable object and everything. And, you know, iterate from there to see what potentially it might have been fucking causing it to lock up. Also awesome, of course. Go back to what you were. Go back to there. Die in a fire. Go back to here. You do this to that. You go to this motherfucker. Save. Reopen Unity. That makes it any better. Computers. I love computers. I love computers. I'm just trying to convince myself that I love computers. I don't want to go somewhere and open a laundromat. I love computers. And there's back to normal. You're set wrong again, because you should be set to granite. The goose. Made the trees and everything. Where's the fucking thing saying it's starting the goddamn... Starts the fucking thing. This whole time I was basing it on the fact that I wasn't seeing the debug that we added. Which I'm still not seeing the fucking debug we added. Where it was saying starting, we're saying starting decorations, right? Yeah, starting decorations. And it would have been map generation complete. Starting decorations right there, okay. Before we weren't seeing that. Right, like, I'm not losing my mind. Yet anyway, okay. Thanks, Unity. What did we goddamn remove? Remove the lakes. We left the lakes. What was causing it to freak out? This is where it's showing none. This one saying it's above 2, or the ball values above 25, then just show none. Get rid of this. What happens? See what goes on. See if it's the old locky lockups again. And well, we know the lockups aren't collider related because fucking done. It's just like, boom, we paint that shit quick, son. Generation complete. And everything looks just the same without that there too, because the way we've changed it. We still paint the ground first no matter what, so we don't need that step to say paint the ground there. Because if the absence of it hitting the other conditions means it's going to be the ground, so. Map generation complete. Decorations. Let me make that code a little bit fucking Andy out here. Andy out here. I like that. That's some good fucking English right there. Andy out here. What? Calculon. I'm your host, Calculon, and this is all my circuits. We know it's not the colliders. Pretty. Let's hit play again. Let's make sure that the thing that gets created doesn't have colliders on. Then we're good. Stuff's off. But when we click on them, they shouldn't. Colliders here. If we turn it on now, let's see the colliders. We know that it's not the colliders. Correct. Yes. What we're trying to do is get some more mountains. Doc. So let's see if that makes less mountains. A little less, but not much. More mountains, what happens? What happens when we want more mountains, sir? Do we get more mountains or do we crash fucking Unity because it's a pile of garbage sometimes? That's not fair. It's not fair, but I'm frustrated that... So Ideal Rockiness 5 is just like, no dog. You're on your own, son. Greater than 1, too much for me, boss. Get the fuck out of here with your Ideal Rockiness, boy. Let's take a screenie of this. And then we're gonna break this again, probably. Most likely. Probably. Almost certainly. Lakes. Let's remove the granite stuff for now. Just to work with one knob at a time. Let's get rid of the top end of the mountain value. See. Then we should just see what granite has, so it shouldn't break. For instance. At least I wouldn't think so. Hey Bobby, how are you doing this morning? Ah, fuck me. You draw or code? What do you mean? I'm a coder more than a drawer. My art sucks, as you can tell by these low budget trees. Low budget pine trees. But yeah. Did that answer your question? But yeah, that's still the top of the mark for what we're gonna get for mountains. if we got rid of this condition, I'd expect it to just be... Can we undo that? Yeah. Got rid of this. Got rid of it saying less than 0.9. I would expect the whole fucking map to be mountains at this point. What I would expect. I could be wrong. No, it's easier to say like what I don't know, I guess. Like I don't really know Java too well. But yeah, I've dabbled on a bunch of stuff. Okay, that's better. It's more mountains for sure. Yeah, I mean, most language. What languages do you know? It's like once you learn your first language, learning other languages is a lot easier. Then it's just learning syntax at that point. Got more mountains. The center is still wonkified though. Here below too. Does that change it at all? Near water, and you're set to none. That's why you're not showing shit right there. You're overriding that a little bit. So let's just say above moisture 9, below height 5, you're going to be a mountain. You're going to be water, right? So let's see what happens. Does the center of the map become a lake? It doesn't become a lake. Interesting. Very interesting. So for this to not be hit, this is saying below mountain value 2. I removed this. This just say everything is a mountain then, and then or it'll be water. It's been so long ago since I wrote this code. I guess that didn't answer your question, Bobby, but I asked you like what languages do you know and like what's the context of your question, you know, those kind of things. You know how it be. Well, that did not have the desired effect. So if there's no attributes, it doesn't do enough. It should be 0 to 1. So this shouldn't cause any change, but I'm just going to test and see just to be sure. And now we're going to get so far along, we're going to forget that Unity was just fucking locking up on us. And then we're going to be like, get that false sense of security that we've gotten past it. And then Unity's going to be like, haha, fuck you. Locked up again. It's like, motherfucker. Classic Unity. See if we change the ideal rockiness to 1. Let's see if there's any difference. What we see on the screen. Yes. Interesting. What was it before? It was 0.25? If you set it to 0. I'm a beginner. Are there still a lot of jobs in technology and engineering? Yes. Also, will AI, technology, and engineering lose jobs? Will AI, technology, and engineering lose job? Oh, no worries. If you're no worries. So I built the system to generate a random map. So I'm just using the UI that I made to tweak the biomes instead of having to do it via code. So we made a scriptable object that allows us build a template for a world we want and then proceed to generate that based on the seed you pass in. Also AI technology. Yeah, there's always going to be jobs in technology and engineering. It's a really good area to be in, you know. It's only going to get more and more useful. And will AI, technology, and engineering lose jobs? I don't think so. I'd imagine there'd be more AI. What lost you? Okay. Yeah, your technology is going to be a good thing to get into if you've got the thinking for it. Like if your brain's wired to do better with that kind of logical stuff. Did I actually make a change? I did make a change. Okay, so we're back to the old. Oh, it's a little different. It is a little different because in the last one it had that little little crookedy crook there. What did we change? We set it to 0 as our ideal rockiness. Okay, so it's interesting. What would 0.5 give us for its ideal rockiness? Nice. Yeah, web development's going to be a good role to get into as well. Like, the web's not going anywhere, so you should be pretty confident that you'll have a pretty good... Okay, that's a little bit better. Interesting. Interesting. A little bit more blobby. Sure. Interesting. The Perla noise. If we change the seed, you'll see. Unless I'm overriding the seed. Well, we might not see because I might be overriding the seed. I think I am. Just for testing. So I think we've narrowed down what the... Well, I don't have any fucking idea what the issue is with why it was taking a dump, for sure. Let's go in and at least turn the collider back on for this fucker. It's gonna... Actually, the generation's really fast, so I'm gonna leave the collider off because this adds a lot of lag. So we'll turn it off later. Just remind me when it's like not working. Oh, we turned it off. I want to create my own Facebook or social media platform. Dude, that's awesome. There's a couple open... There's actually some open source social media code toolkits you can use to make that. It's just a matter of trying to get it to take off, you know. But hey, you know, the sky's the limit. Dream big. You can do it. Make a social network that doesn't destroy humanity, please. Don't be like Facebook that is tearing people apart. Thank you for the follow, Bobby, and welcome to the Biscuit Brigade, as said by my daughter. Don't make a social media system that tears us apart by highlighting our differences and try to get everyone to compete for, like, I've got the best. Oh, I'm keeping up with the Joneses because they're always happy. Because people only post, like, the happy shit. You know, some people post the sad shit, but, like, most of the time it just makes, you know, my opinion on social media has changed over the years. So, I don't know. Try to do good for the world and not just get rich and be a heartless fuck, you know. But you do you. If that's what you aspire for, then good luck destroying the world. Good luck with your layoffs. I really hope they go great. What would you say you do here? The lakes. This lake has got to be below height, which it is, and above moisture value. What if we made this above moisture value 0.1? Because we're totally below height 5, right? Like, because we're at 0, so that should be below height 5. Since we're passing in the Z again. Nice. It's like, fuck you, sucker. Like it. Create your own Twitch. Yeah, create your own Twitch, Bobby. That'd be sweet, you know? And then maybe Microsoft will buy you out to try to compete with Twitch, and then you'll get a big payday. That would actually be neat. Like, making your own Twitch would be kind of fun project to do. I would like that. Go fuck yourself, Fitz. These now. Not really using them much at the moment. Our BIC is greater than 0. Missing the Z level. Our brick. I can only assume that I have somehow fucked something up with regard to water. What is wrong with the water? The lakes are set to brick 8. Well, brick 8 ain't a fucking brick, buddy. Brick 8 needs to be water 1. What's wrong with you? Classic me. Classic me. Which is a good idea. I won't do that, but Mark Zuckerberg is messing up a lot. Fine 5 billion on data. Yeah, 5 billion when he's got, you know, a lot more than that. Okay, interesting. Cool, so it's all water. This is Water World. Doesn't lock up, right? Good, we have it so you can't paint. We don't paint trees on fucking water. That's a good thing we made that right. Okay. 0.9. Let's make that back to water. Yes. And then the threshold above moisture value would be 5. Yeah, like every single hex has its own stats generated based on like a mixture of Perl and noise. I'm only 9. You're an idiot then. You shouldn't be on Twitch. Go away. Nine-year-olds shouldn't be here. This is not a spot for 9-year-olds. It says when you fucking log in, this is adult language, so go fuck yourself. And if you're a troll, you're a bad, low-effort troll, so go away. You're welcome. Go focus on your schoolwork. That didn't make much difference. Why? That didn't make much difference at all. Oh no, he said, he's telling me to stop cussing, which is my fucking channel. Go fuck yourself. It says very fucking boldly, adult language, when you come in, and you clicked OK, so he's being dumb. So it's like either he's being a troll or he's like, I'm only 9. And it's like, if he's really 9, like if he's really my son's age and he's on fucking Twitch, then he shouldn't be on Twitch. So he's banned. It's super easy. Like, you know, if you're gonna troll, do a good troll. Don't be like a low effort troll, you know? Like if you're gonna troll like you, where you're just like, fuck Java, you know that? Like, be a good troll. Don't be low effort. Like, this isn't fucking Reddit. Fuck that noise. Oh, above. So 0.9 was too much, 0.5 is still a lot, so let's try 0.6. Yeah, then maybe he is, you know, then he shouldn't be here if he's 9. Like 9, you should be learning. You shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't be. Yeah. I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, it's like if you're really 9, then you shouldn't be here. Like it very clearly says when you click on here, this is adult content. I don't have it set to family friendly. I fucking swear too much. So that made it a little bit better. So 6.5 is still Lakey Lakes. Let's see. Go to 0.75. Go to 0.8. So we were at 0.65, now we're going to 0.8. 0.9 is nothing. So let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're below 13. So it's like, if you're really young, then you shouldn't be here. Little muy poquito lake. Little muy poquito. Muy poquito, very small. We call it Lake Poopy Butt. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, my son would, I mean, he could totally do this if he wants. Like, he's smart enough to know the one thing that I don't even want to get into it on stream. It's not stream's business, never mind. But there's things that, you know. Okay, let me poke my wife right now, so I make sure I don't forget it. Sorry, I just wanted to send my wife a message before I forgot. Thanks for the patience. Okay. So we've got more mountains. No. We have made more mountains. We've made more lakey lakes. What we need to do now to test to make sure the Z stuff works the way we think it is, we should be able to say we're mountain value, below mountain value 100. And above height 0, and we're at 0, so it should be no mountains. It should mean no mountains, so we'll see. Just want to make sure, like, we tweaked it from being like a vector 2, passing in the Y to actually passing in the Z, so we can actually record height that way. So this is totally not working right then. It's still showing the same shit. Above height 0. Maybe it's above, maybe do 1 just in case I'm doing less than or equal to, which it could be. So let's see. This should be affirmatively like, it has to be above 1. So I expect no mountains if we're passing in Z level properly. We're not. Okay. Oh gosh, sorry for hitting the mic. I apologize. Motherfucker. Passing in the Z level. The Z level is being passed in to get theoretical bite. And board manager here for get theoretical bite. Passing and get theoretical bite with the offsets. Calculating the mountain value, all that's from position. Get ideal biome. Yes. Get brick is passing in the position. Yeah, these should all work. We know get ideal biome is working off this world because when we changed lakes, we saw them spawn. So we know this is working. So the get brick is where we gotta, the magic's not happening. We're passing in pos Z. But pos Z is coming in. We're passing in pos Z as the Z level though. So it's not the Z of the transform, it's actually the Z level. So in our case, it's 0. Then we go to get brick. Biome.get brick. Int Z. What a fucking... At least we can say this is the Z level block. Level of the map you're on. So let's see. We got to do the math on the height because we do some interesting logic, if I recall correctly. But we got to go to bid now. So bricklayer's bid. So we're passing in. This is getting passed in 0. We got to do the math again. We did before. So let's do it again because it's been a while. Mile. Okay, so this is coming in as 0. Boop. And attributes that threshold for mountains is... It's above height 1. This is 1. So it's saying Z minus 1, 0 minus 1, minus 1 plus 2. So this is 0 minus 1 equals minus 1 plus 2. So that's minus 1 plus 2, so it'd be 0, 1. So it would come back as 1, right? So then that's gonna... 1 would be the answer. And then it would take the minimum of that, so it'll be 2 or 1, so it's taking 1. And then the my bid would be 1. So this case, my bid would be 1. Then if we go down here, then it's also doing above height, but it's also doing below mountain value. In our case, this is 100, so let's go back to there. So mountain value is below mountain value. It's saying 100. 100 is the threshold minus the mountain value, which is probably a fucking fraction of that. Probably like 0.5 or something. So 100 minus 0.5. $99.5, yes, times 2. Ah, man. So that would be like 199 by 2. So the answer for this one would be 2 because it's taking the minimum. This one's bid would be 2. So my bid for below mountain value is 2, and the bid for above height
Bid for above height is 2. My bid is 1. The bid for below mountain value is 2. Then we come down here through the switch, boom, through the rain and the darkness. If my bid is greater than, so there's more than one bid, right? So it loops through for all the attribute links. Okay. Cool. So if my bid is greater than 1, bid plus equals my bid. And attributes match is +1, so it's got to match. So if all the attributes don't match, it returns 0. Which is right. And then if weight, the bid weight, okay. So we'd both match because they'd both be over, the bid has to be over 0, which they are in both cases. It's 1 and a 2, so both would match. If attributes match is less, return 0, which isn't going to be the case. If bid, so bid would be, in this case, it would be 2 plus. This bid starts as, what is it? Bid should start at 0, right? My bid starts at 0 and bid starts at 0. So this would be 1 and 2 would be 3. So it would be 3. Math. Oh. So it would be 3 times weight, which I don't know what fucking weight is. Weight is probably. Weight is what? What the fuck is the weight, bro? What's your weight, son? Where the fuck does weight come from? 1. Weight is 1. So if 3 times 1, which is 3, is less than -1, it doesn't return 0. And if weight equals 0, return bid. What in the fuck? Weight times 0. 0. Why would weight? We're not even thinking with weight. If weight is equal to 0, return bid. And this would be at the bottom 3 times 1. It would return. In our case, it would be 3 times 1. Weight would be 3. So we would be returning 3. Okay. We'd be returning 3 from bid. This would be 3 if my calculations are correct, of course. That's always the thing. So I'd say 3. If 3 is greater than best bid, because you bid for like what's the best fit? Is it like mountain the best fit, or terrain the best fit, or lake? You know, whatever you have, what's the best fit? The best bid would be in this case 3, and best bidder would be bricklayer A. Then A is the brick we're going through with the layer, because we're stepping through all the brick layers in there. Bricklayer is bricklayers comes from layer comes from here, right? No, where? Right here. Bricklayer comes from this object itself, which is the biome. Is that a flaw in our logic? This would be coming through the biome. Would be stepping through bricklayer. Interesting. It's stepping through bricklayer. It's looping through all the brick layers. Bricklayer A. because then there can be, look in here. These are all the brick layers, so it's going to loop through inside of here. It's going to loop through all the brick layers in here. So it could be mountain or it could be whatever. Whatever. How is height being greater than that, right? Let me open up one thing real quick. So above height 1, bid is going to be 0, right? Because oh, so it's 0. Okay, that makes more sense. 0 minimum is going to be What are we doing for our old code at above height? Yeah, same shit, right? N divided by 2. Oh, I fucked that up. I've totally fucked up that math. Shit. Okay, let's do it again. I'm an idiot. I missed that whole division thing. I missed the whole division thing. 0 minus the fucking thing we had up. 0 minus 1, which is the threshold. We go to minus 1, so that's 1. And that's 10 divided by 1. So it would be 10 divided by 1. Which is 10. Okay. So it's coming back as 10 or 2, so it's picking a 2, so it is still considering itself as a match, but still is, yeah, it shouldn't consider itself a fucking match. Because you're literally saying, I want it to be above that height. Just matching that attribute. Height should be yeah, this is the logic is weird for this. Like this is like a granular thing. It's like it is not it's like below height, like above height has that divided by 10. Fuck. I mean, even removing this would still be just experiment for a second and say like this is plusing 2 to get the minimum of it, right? Hmm. That could be -1 when you're underground. Well, this is certainly going to be homework for sure to figure out what the fuck's going on with this. Because we need to figure out who we are going to raid for the day. See. This is going to be homework. It's not something we're going to figure out in the next couple of minutes for sure. I'm not going to. So I'm going to have to see if there's better, newer algorithms to do what we want to do. Let's go see who else is streaming so we can give them a biscuit raid. Let's see which Rocket is streaming. We can go share in his co-joyous. Oh, he says he's live. Cool. Let's go give Rocket a biscuit raid. Nice. Have a good night, Zach. I'm gonna give him a raid. Thanks, Bernoid. I appreciate it. We're gonna go raid him, give him a biscuit raid. Timing. Insurance seller did not call. I guess he does not need my money. He does need your money. Yeah, we're gonna go raid him. I love you guys all. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the 9-year-olds trying to learn how to code, which is cool. A little young to be worried about fucking what job you want, but you know, whatever. I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's go give Rocket some love. You guys all.